अरे वो सेशन कौन से चल रहा है हमको बोलो जल्दी।
हाँ सर, वाइंड अप हो रहा था शेख। म्यूट कर दीजिए।
अभी रुक जाओ ना। हाँ अभी रुक जाओ। मैं
हम लोग को बोली जब तक एड्रेस होगा एक और पीडी रेडी कर रहे हैं
और प्रदीप सर
ठीक है, हो जाएगा। यहाँ सर पेपर लगा हुआ था ना यहाँ, इसीलिए तो दिख ही नहीं रहा। मेरी भी सूखी थी भाई।
हाँ, सब कर लिए हैं ज्वाइन, सर भी ज्वाइन कर लिए हैं। हाँ, नहीं बस सब कर सकते हैं। एक चीज और पूछना थी, जो बेस्ट पेपर अवार्ड है उसके लिए हम क्या सर से रिक्वेस्ट करें तो उस गुड इवनिंग। मैं रिक्वेस्ट डॉक्टर पीके सिन्हा, डायरेक्टर IIT NIT IIT NR, please on your camera, switch on your camera.
तुला मी तेवढ्यासाठी शिकतोय मुलीकडे.
Good evening, everyone.
Sir, thank you.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
एक स्वातीकडे दिली.
Shanky? Hello, Shanky?
Shall we start the validity session?
और मेरे रूम में तकिया के नीचे मेरा वो च्युइंगम.
Hello, Shanky?
Yes, sir. Shall we start?
Yes, please start.
Okay. To improve the golden moment of opportunity and catch the good that is in our reach is the great art of life. A very good evening and a warm welcome
हाँ जी, मैं देख रहा
to
हूँ.
all the dignitaries, keynote speakers, session chairs, committee members, researchers, students, and all the participants around the globe. I am Shanky Garg, and it is a matter of immense pride to speak before all of you this evening. The time has now come to conclude this
sir.
3-day mega event MISP 2022. As we come to the valedictory session, I now take this opportunity to welcome our honorable guest of honor and honorary chair, Dr. P.K. Sinha, Vice Chancellor and Director, DSPM International Institute of Information Technology, Naya Raipur. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Serving the society is the foremost principle in his agenda. A warm welcome to the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. A.M. Ravani, Director, NIT Raipur, for his patronizing presence. I welcome you, sir, on the behalf of MISP. Last but not the least, I welcome all the esteemed speakers, researchers, students, and the participants present over here. All participants were very enthusiastic, and I am thankful to all the participants who have contributed their work in the 4th International Conference on Machine Intelligence and Signal Processing 2022. A leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now, I request the organizing chair of the conference, Dr. Dilip Singh Sisodia, to present the summary of 3 days mega event. Sir, please.
Thank you, Shanki. I never dreamed about success. I work for it. Good evening to dignitaries, chief guests, guests of honor, and delegates with great joy and immense. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all presented here for this valedictory function of MISP 2022. I profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce and welcome our chief guest of the day, Professor A.M. Rawani, Director NIT Raipur, the man of distinct vision and fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol for knowledge and experience and inspiration for all of us. Welcome you, sir. I heartily welcome today's guest of honor, Professor P.K. Sinha, the Director and Vice Chancellor of IIIT Naya Raipur. In short period of time, how sir has changed the face of this new institute and put it into front runner technical education. Welcome you, sir. Every ending has new beginning. On this note, I draw the curtain to 3 days international conference, MISP 2022. The 4th international conference, MISP 4th international conference on machine intelligence and signal processing, MISP 2022, was organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Raipur, during the March 12 to 14, 2022. I'm proud to mention that MISP 22 has received tremendous response from the research community, and MISP 2022 have received 460 plus papers, and to be exact, 482 papers. Out of these 482 papers, after initial screening, we have deleted 22 papers, and 460 papers were sent for peer review. These papers were received from 1200 plus authors affiliated with 300 plus distinguished institutions spread across the world. All submitted papers were peer reviewed by more than 300 plus technical program committee or reviewers, technical program committee members, and reviewers affiliated with 150 plus institutions. After conducting the rigorous peer review process and careful evaluation by the editorial board, finally 152 papers were accepted and registered for presentation in this virtual 3 days conference. The acceptance rate of MISP 2022 is 33.2% only, and all accepted and presented papers of MISP 2022 will be considered for possible publication by prestigious lecture notes in electrical engineering book series, which is a Scopus Index. This conference was inaugurated on 12th March 2022. The chief guest of inaugural function were the renowned computer educationist and visionary leader, Professor Deepak V. Phatak, recipient of Padma Shri, Professor Emeritus, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, Board Chairman, Board of Governance, Indian Institute of Technology, Indore, Professor Shenglong Peng from National Taipei University of Business, Taiwan, who is also the honorary chair of this process, was the guest of honor, and our beloved Dr. Prabhat Diwan, Dean and Research Consultancy, National Institute of Technology, were also the guest of honor. The keynote speakers, first day, Professor Lalit Garg from University of Malta has delivered their keynote talk, and the title of their session was Innovative Healthcare Through Extended Health Intelligence and Digital Twins. The second day, Professor Ramvilas Pachori from IIT Indore delivered their keynote talk on biomedical picture categorization using 2D Fourier Bessel expansion. And on the second day, in evening, Professor Hui Wang from School of Electronics, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Queen's University, Belfast, United Kingdom, was delivered the keynote talk on contextual probability and neighborhood counting. Ms. Kamya Khattar, editor, Applied Science and Engineering, Springer Nature, delivered keynote talk on scientific writing, hints and tips for publishing in journals and different publishing process. The fifth keynote speaker keynote session was conducted by Dr. Yogesh Nene, who is MD from AIIMS Raipur and Regional Medical Officer in FCI, India. The title of the talk of Dr. Nene was Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare Frontier and Beyond Horizon. These 152 accepted and registered papers were divided into 30 sessions, and these 30 sessions were categorized into 11 traits. And these papers were divided into were conducted in 30 sessions. In each session, 5 papers were presented, and these sessions were chaired by 90 session chairs. And session chairs were included not only from India, but from other countries like Vietnam, Bangladesh, Qatar, USA. So session chairs were also participate from the India as well as from the other institutes. So in this way, I'm with great sense of satisfaction, I'm here to present the summarized view of this conference in front of our honorable chief guest and our guest of honor. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Moving forward, now I request Dr. Deepak Singh, Organizing Secretary of MISP 2022, to present a brief profile of Honorable Guest of Honor and Honorary Chair, Dr. P.K. Sinha. Sir, please.
Thank you, Shanki. Good afternoon, all. It's an honor to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sinha. Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sinha is the founding Vice Chancellor and Director of International Institute of Information Technology, IIIT, NAIRA. Earlier, he was with the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDEC, where he had led national programs in area of supercomputing, grid computing, and health informatics. Prior to joining CDEC, Dr. Sinha was in Japan for 10 years, working on cutting-edge computing technologies. Dr. Sinha is an educationist, researcher, scientist, inventor, and internationally acclaimed author of computer textbook with more than 35 years of professional experience. He is well known for his contribution to the advancement of science and technology and technical education. His contributions include technical institutes, supercomputing systems and facilities, healthcare products and solutions, international patents, a number of technical papers, and 6 books in the area of computer science and engineering. Books authored by him are cited as a textbook globally. On public demand, his books have been translated in local languages like Japanese and Hindi. Dr. Sinha is a fellow of IEEE, fellow of Computer Society of India, and ACM Distinguished Engineer. He is also the recipient of several other awards and recognition, including the 2011 WASPIC Research Award and the 2013 Intel Pathfinder Award. Recently, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Society of Data Science for his contribution to the area of information technology and data science. Since 2015, Dr. Sinha has been deeply involved in building IIIT NAIRA Raipur as a premier academic institute of the country. He is also on the governing board of several technical institutes like NIT Raipur, D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Pune, and Jagran Lake City University, Bhopal. Now, I request Sir to please grace us with words of wisdom. Please, sir.
Thank you, Deepak, and good evening to everyone present for the valedictory session of this 3 days technical event organized by NIT Raipur. Honorable Director of NIT Raipur, Professor Ravani, also the chief guest of this session for this important technical event. Dr. Dilip Sisodia, the HOD of Computer Science and also the organizing chair for this event, all other researchers, participants, faculty members, students, and everyone present here. It's an honor for me to be actually associated with this very important international conference as the honorary chair of the conference. In fact, Professor Sisodia contacted me several months ago that, sir, we are actually planning the fourth event, fourth version of this conference, and we will like you to be part of this conference and guide us on the proceedings of the conference. I immediately agreed because we actually very firmly believe that machine learning is going to be the future of many disciplines. Okay, I was going to the conference souvenir come book of abstracts, and I found that the applications in which areas the actually authors have submitted the papers, they are wide, very wide. Okay, you think of any area, and today we find an application of machine learning and machine intelligence, also called artificial intelligence, in that area. Okay, be it healthcare, be it agriculture, be it automobile engineering, whatever we think of, we find that machine intelligence is going to play a major role in the coming future. We saw the transformations happening in our society because of information technology, internet, and now actually we are going to see a bigger transformation that is going to happen, and much faster transformation, which is going to happen because of machine intelligence and Internet of Things, basically. So this actually conference is very, very topical, and I was glad to see that there were more than around 500, 480 or something odd papers submitted by more than 1,000 authors. Okay, that actually is what this type of conferences are supposed to actually excite the researchers, because we need more and more people. If this is going to be the future, and if India wants to be having its actually coveted position in information technology globally, which we have been having, okay, today if you see, Indian engineers are actually at the top of most of the top IT companies, be it Microsoft, be it Google. Okay, we have the Indians as the CEOs. Okay, and if India and in many other IT areas, okay, Indians and India is basically shining very bright. If we want this brightness to continue, okay, we have to continue to produce, okay, people, okay, the manpower that are going to actually be in the futuristic area of information technology. And the future actually is, without doubt, machine intelligence or artificial intelligence. And many of you might be aware that my institute, IIIT NIT Raipur, actually understood this several years ago, and we introduced a BTech program in data science and artificial intelligence in the year 2019 itself. And next year, our first batch of BTech students in specializing in the area of artificial intelligence are going to graduate. And let me tell you, there is already a huge demand for these graduating students from the industry. Lot of industry people who come to us for placements, they have approached us and have been asking us, sir, when is your batch of DSAI, Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, graduating, and please let us interact with your student. So we can understand that there is a huge demand, and I'm very happy to actually let you know that under the leadership of Professor Rawani, NIT Raipur, because I'm very closely associated with NIT Raipur in its various activities, okay, be it technical events, be it other type of interventions. I feel I'm part of the institute, okay. So whenever such events happen, I always try to see that, okay, I should not be left out, okay. So I always very gladly try to be part of the faculty team, part of the students, okay, in their activities. So I'm very happy that under the leadership of the director, okay, NIT actually conducts many such technical events, okay. And in this region, let me tell you that there is a shortage of such events. Okay, we actually together, either IIIT does or NIT does. Okay, IIIT because of its size does in a smaller way. Okay, but I have always found that NIT is always taking lot of initiatives, and I always feel glad to be associated with these initiatives, because I find that in central India, not only in Chhattisgarh, in central India, such interventions are not very common. Okay, and it is very important that NIT Raipur, IIIT, now IIT Bhilai, we all get together and do such interventions on a larger scale and more frequently, so that there is more awareness. What is important is that we spread the awareness among the scientists and researchers, so that more and more students or the future engineers basically get attracted to this area. And then only we will be able to actually continue to hold our leadership position in the information technology area. So I thank Professor Rawani, I thank the computer science and engineering department, all the faculty members, all the students, in fact, all the participants, authors, keynote speakers, and others who made this 3 days event are really, really enriching. I actually went through the list of participants and the keynote speakers, and I found that this year's version was really international. Okay, with so many international renowned scientists, okay, delivering their actually talks, delivering their keynote addresses. Of course, one advantage now is many actually deliveries are online. Okay, so they need not travel. So it is easier to basically request them and rope them in. So I think we should take advantage of this and allow the participants to get more acquainted with this very, very popular and very, very promising futuristic area. So I once again thank the organizers, once again thank the director for actually hosting this fourth international conference on machine intelligence and signal processing. And I'm sure that in future, they will conduct this conference with greater zeal, and possibly with the pandemic now actually getting over, okay, we will be able to physically meet and physically conduct a lot of such events, either in IIIT campus or in NIT campus, okay, because I never consider IIIT to be separate from NIT. I have always backed upon NIT considering them as my leaders for guiding me on anything. Actually, they have been helping IIIT in all possible ways. I thank everyone, including the director, the faculty members, in helping us out. Otherwise, we were nowhere. Okay, nothing basically. We started from zero. Okay, so thank you very much, and all the best to the organizers, all the best to the participants. I think you all are waiting for the announcement of the best paper, so I will not take more time, and thank the organizers for making me part of this event. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence and wise words. Moving forward, I now request Dr. Pradeep Singh, Organizing Secretary, MISP 2022, to present a brief profile of our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. A.M. Ravani. Sir, please.
Thank you, Sankit. It's my privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest and patron, Professor Dr. A.M. Ravani, Director, NIT Raipur. Dr. A.M. Ravani is Professor in Mechanical Engineering and has been leading Institute of Technology, Raipur as Director since October 2017. He has received his MTech in Industrial Engineering and Management from IIT Kharagpur and PhD in Strategic from IIT Delhi. He has about 40 years of teaching experience and has administrative experience of educational institutes. Prior to his joining as director, he has raised many senior level administrative positions. He has published more than 100 research papers in international and national journals and international conferences. Recently, Dr. Ravani has co-authored a book titled E-Revolution in Indian Higher Education with COVID-19. The book addresses various issues in the higher education sector that has arisen due to COVID-19 pandemic, and it has been very well achieved the success and received by both academicians as well as students. He has supervised 8 PhD scholars and is currently supervising 2 more candidates for their doctoral program. He has delivered invited lectures in many countries, including Switzerland, Singapore, Malaysia, China, Mauritius, Dubai, USA, Hong Kong, Thailand, and Indonesia. He has served as reviewer for many international journals and conferences. Dr. Ravani is conferred with Fellowship Award by Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, for outstanding contribution in promotion of industrial engineering profession. He was also conferred with International Corporate Leadership Award in the field of education in 2015 at Bangkok, and with the Pride of Asia International Award in 2014 by Economic Growth Society of India. He has also received Rashtriya Gaurav Award in 2010 by India International Friendship Society, India. He is honored by the Institute of Engineers, Chhattisgarh State Center in 2009 for his valuable contribution in the field of technical education. He is recipient of Best Management Case Award in GIFT Case 2000 competition from Global Institute of Flexible System Management. Dr. Ravani is life member of many prestigious professional bodies such as Global Institute of Flexible System Management, Indian Society of Technical Education, fellow life member of IE, and fellow member of Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering. He had active collaboration with Confederation of Indian Industry, CII Chhattisgarh, Council of Science and Technology, CGCOST, IGADE Business School, Mexico, South Asian Institute of Science and Engineering, Hong Kong, and International Economic Development Research Center, Hong Kong, for the research and other academic purpose. His area of interest are strategic management, flexible system management, and quality management in education. Under his incredible leadership and direction, NIT Raipur is achieving new heights in every field, either it is academics, research, or campus placement of the students. The Institute NIRF ranking has improved from 81 in 2018 to 64 in 2021 under his exemplary leadership. The idea of the conference to be organized by the departments was rooted by him, and due to his sole guidance and incredible leadership, it has become a perfect platform for all the participants to deliberate the research ideas. I consider it a great honor to invite Dr. A.M. Rawani, Director, NIT Raipur, to deliver his opening regards to audience.
Yeah, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So thank you, Dr. Singh, for giving a very lengthy introduction, though it's not needed. It's my own institute and many of you already know me. So this is not needed at all. But as I think a formal procedure, you might have done that. So yeah, Professor Honorable Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sinha, Vice Chancellor IIIT NIA Raipur, and guest of honor for the today's evening, and organizing chair of this conference, Dr. Sisodia, organizing secretary, Dr. Pradeep Singh, Dr. Veena Anand, Dr. Deepak Singh from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Very good evening to all of you and all the audience, those who are present here today in the equalatory function. It's really a great pleasure for me that NIT Raipur is organizing such a beautiful event. And today we are at the end of that after having a 3 days, long 3 days exercise where a number of papers have been presented. What I observed and what I have been told by Dr. Sisodia right now, that in this particular conference, which is the 4th edition of the conference, we have received 450 plus papers for presentation in this conference. And more importantly is that those papers are from 300 plus institutes, and in which more than 15 countries participated in that, in submission of the papers. More than 15 countries means in true sense, this is an international conference. This is really commendable. And after rigorous review process, I am saying rigorous review process because I see that in the technical committee, so many members are there, and they definitely have gone through the papers and they have given their comments. And result of that is that very, I think, say low number, that is about 33%, something was mentioned by Dr. Sisodia right now, that about 33% of the papers only have been finally selected for making a presentation in the conference. So all this is really a very good exercise, and this makes the conference really valuable. As the title of the conference is Machine Intelligence and Signal Processing, and what I see from the, you can say, conference brochure, that it covers a very wide area. It has covered a very wide area, and all those areas are very, you can say, very much relevant in the present time. Machine learning, whether it is signal processing, data science and computational intelligence, network and IoT, whatever it may be, all these are there, and very wide coverage has been given to this. And I'm sure that throughout these 3 days, a lot of discussions, a lot of, you can say, sharing of the knowledge must have happened. And all of you, those who have participated in the various sessions, must have learned the various technologies involved in this. As rightly said by Professor Sinha, that today we find the application of the machine learning and related field in all domains of engineering, everywhere the applications we see. And that's why the importance of these areas are and because of this, I think we have started offering such kind of courses also, and not only for the computer science engineering students, but certain electives are there which are offered to all the students of across the other branches as well. In our CBCS scheme, we have started offering such courses. And I have been told by my Dean Academic that there is tremendous response to these courses. Even the department is not satisfying the, you can say, the need of requirements of all these students. And that's why I suggested to start with certain kind of, you can say, short-term certificate programs where you can give at least introductory coverage to these courses. So the student, those who have missed the regular classes as an elective subject because of the crowd there, they can attend these evening classes, or you can say weekend classes you can have under, you can say, continuing education cell platform, and where these students can learn, understand these subjects. So is my advice to the department that forward with such kind of courses, particularly suiting to the need of the industry. Whatever the requirement, they have to understand. And that is what I earlier also said, that these continuous education cell, in cooperation with the computer science and IT and electronics departments, and get in consultation with the placement cell, they should offer such kind of courses, whatever is required in the present age. The conference is very popular, as it is quite obvious from the number of papers received, is 450 plus papers have been received. So definitely is a very popular conference and having, you can say, wide coverage in that. And what I observed that the present of the conference in the virtual mode is in a very professional manner it has been done. What I observed from the, you can say, the website of this conference, I have seen that all has been managed very nicely, and I definitely congratulate the conference chair and the organizing secretaries and the whole, you can say, computer science and engineering department for organizing this wonderful event. I congratulate all of them. And if I remember, if I look back 2 years before, NIT Raipur, many of us were participating in international conferences. But unfortunate part was that we were not organizing even a single international conference in a year. So that was very bad shape before 2 years, if I remember. So, and at that time we were organizing, say, some short-term training programs or some workshop, etc., and at the most national conferences. So I said that no, now you have to move and start organizing international conferences. And this year, now I see that we had many international conferences organized in our institute in virtual mode because of the pandemic. And now I've started thinking that whenever the proposal comes to me looking to the financial constraints, and I have to see whether I should permit it or not. We are in that situation. So definitely the credit goes to all my colleagues and all my faculty members, those who have taken this seriously, and they are coming forward. I should say that now we should stop organizing short-term training programs. Rather, we should move organizing these international conferences and such international events. This type of events definitely provides a platform for sharing of the knowledge, interacting with the people. So you develop the networking as well. And definitely it opens up the areas of the future research as well. So I believe that during this 3 days discussion, all this must have happened, and you must be having a clear direction for your future work as well. I have observed that this conference, many of the keynote speakers were there, and that too, not only from India, but from abroad as well. As Professor Sinha rightly pointed out, that this could have been possible because we have organized the conference in virtual mode. That is true. You really, department has encased this opportunity, I should say. Even after pandemic, now we can think of organizing the conferences in the offline mode. But I advise that we all faculty members, we all, the fraternity of the NIT Raipur, should learn from this pandemic that we can have the conferences not only in offline mode, but we should have in hybrid mode. So at least we can have the opportunity of listening to the experts, those who are sitting far away from here and those cannot spare time to come down to Raipur. So we can listen them virtually, and those who can come down here and meet us personally and we can interact with them physically, that would be great. So I think future will be that only. So future conferences, we can think of arranging the conferences in hybrid mode. I also would like to congratulate the recipient of the Best Paper Award, though I don't know the name, that is going to be declared shortly. As per the agenda item, what I see, the Best Paper Award announcement is there. So I congratulate them in advance, those who are going to receive them, because this is a international platform in true sense. And if you are getting the Best Paper Award, definitely your work is worth receiving it, I believe. And I observed that on the first day, because of other commitment, I could not make it possible to attend the inaugural function. in the inaugural function, the chief guest was there, Professor Deepak Pathak, who is the recipient of Padma Shri, and many keynote speakers, renowned keynote speakers. They have spared their time. I would like to thank on my personal behalf and on behalf of NIT Raipur for sparing the time and sharing their knowledge. Professor Sinha said that right now said that he never feels that he is a separate part. He always feels that he's a part of NIT Raipur. Is really an honor for me, honor for the institute. Your valuable suggestions we are always receiving, and definitely as a formal platform as a member of the board of governors, you are giving very valuable remarks and comments and suggestions. And I am sure that in the future also, not only as a board of governors member, but informally also you will guide us so that we can all work together for the progress of my own institute and yours institute. Your institute, I'm saying, but I don't believe that is your institute. That institute is also my institute. So it's basically we have to work together. Then only we can think of the, you can say, the progress of the institute and progress of the state, and then the progress of the nation as well. So I will not take much time. At the end, I definitely once again congratulate the department and organizing chair and organizing secretary for organizing this wonderful event. And I believe that I will definitely see such kind of events in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your thought-provoking address. It always inspires and motivates us. Now, talent and skills are the crops that are nurtured, groomed, and given all possible opportunities to grow and bloom. Award is a much awaited event in everyone's life, as it gives the returns to the efforts put in by the participants throughout their academic endeavors. It is a moment full of joy, a moment about pride and accomplishments, and a moment of celebration. It gives a sense of achievement and a sense of responsibility towards fulfilling further commitments. It fills the heart with mixed feelings, fulfillment, anxiety, and eagerness. So, with due permission from all our dignitaries, I request the organizing chair, Dr. Dilip Singh Sisodia, to announce the track-wise Best Paper Awards. Sir, please do the honor.
Thank you, Shanky. With the kind permission of our chief guest and guest of honor, it will be best if you'll read the base paper title and name of the authors, but it may not be inconvenient too. That's why Shanky is asking me. So, Shanky, can you share the?
Yes, sir.
So first we'll announce on computational intelligence track. Paper ID 196, fusion behavior based Rao algorithm, applications over constraint design problem in engineering. Authors are Saurabh Pawar and Mithur Ahirwal. So congratulations, this paper was presented by Saurabh Pawar. Saurabh Pawar is there. Congratulations, Saurabh Pawar. Next track is computer vision. And the base paper ID is 20. Title is facial expression recognition from low resolution facial segments using pre-trained networks. Dhananjay Thekedat and S. Sedamkar, and presented by Dhananjay Thekedat. So congratulations, Dhananjay. The next track is data science and analytics. And the base paper is paper ID 408, choosing data sampling strategies for evaluation of latent factor models. I would like to mention this paper was presented from Russia. So Alexander Nechev, Vasily Maso, and Dmitry Strebekin. So paper was presented by Alexander Nechev. Congratulations, Alexander. And really this paper, I attended this presentation. Alexander, hello. Okay. The next track is deep learning, and the base paper ID 273, supervision meets self-supervision, a deep multitask network for colorectal cancer histopathological analysis. Aritra Marik, Soumitri Chattopadhyay, and Pawan Kumar Singh. This paper was presented by Soumitri Chattopadhyay. Congratulations, all author and presenter Soumitri Chattopadhyay. The next track is information retrieval, and the base paper in this track is paper ID on diverse and serendipitous item recommendation, a reinforced similarity and multi-objective optimization based composite recommendation framework. And you can say the conflict of interest, I and one of my colleague, we are the co-author, and this paper was presented by research scholar Rahul Srivastav. So congratulations, Rahul.
Thank you, sir.
The next track is information security. And paper ID is 263, Siam LBPAPE, exploiting textual discrepancies for deepfake detection, Steffi Kingra, Naveen Agrawal, and Nirmal Kaur. And this paper was presented by Steffi Kingra. Congratulations, Steffi Kingra, and the other authors associated with this paper. The next track is machine intelligence in healthcare, and base paper is paper ID 334. LexRang and Pegasus Transformer for summarization of legal documents. Sarthak Dalal, Amit Singhal, and Brajesh Lal. This paper was presented by Sarthak Dalal. Congratulations, Sarthak, and all the authors. The next track is machine learning and application and use cases, and the base paper is paper ID 306, evaluating feature importance to investigate publishers' conduct for detecting click fraud. And this paper was presented by Deepti Susodia, who is again the my scholar, recently submitted her PhD thesis. Congratulations, Deepti. The next track is signal processing, and the base paper is Source ID 478, discriminative feature construction using multi-labeling approach for automatic speech, emotion, and recognition. Mohammad Shadab Fahad, Roshan Raj, Ashish Ranjan, and Akshay Deepak. This paper was presented by Roshan Raj. Many congratulations, Roshan Raj, and the all authors of this paper. The next track is text analytics and NLP, and the base paper is paper ID 111. The title is Acyclic Graph to Unify Semantic Knowledge, Antonyms, and Gujarati English translation of input text. The paper was presented by Margi Patel and written by Margi Patel, Brajendra Kumar Joshi. Sorry, there is some mistake. This paper was written by Margi Patel and Professor Brajendra Kumar Joshi. And I would like to mention here, this paper was waiting to be presented in this conference from before the planning of this conference. So I thank to, because this paper was received Professor Brajendra Kumar Joshi, a senior professor in Military College of Engineering, Mahu, and Margi Patel is a scholar of Professor Joshi. So congratulations, Margi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
The next track is wireless sensor network, and the base paper in this track is paper ID 361, dynamic hand gesture recognition using YOLO CSRT and HG CNN for human machine interaction. Paper was presented by Manoj Sen and authored by Manoj Sen, Jaideep Sinha, and Vishwanath Bijawan. Congratulations, Manoj Sen, and all the authors. So congratulations on behalf of the organizing committee of MISP 2022 to all the base paper award receivers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Moving forward, we
Sir,
have
Shanky, just a
Yes.
minute.
Yes.
Sir, for base paper, we have designed a Google form, and the sheet was circulated to all the authors. Certain parameters were there to evaluate. and independently they have submitted there, and our role was just to calculate the score, and on the basis of that score, this base paper award was announced. Yes, Shanky.
Yes, sir.
Now, with the kind permission of Honorable Chief Guest and Guest of Honor, I would like to share, because as a professional practice or professional ethics, if we are organizing something on behalf of institute, so we should also take the feedback of the event. Although we did our best, but there is always a possibility of improvement, and I can assure you from past many years we are learning. Even our scholars, those who are supporting in these events, they are also professionally tuned for all these activities, but still there is a possibility. So we also designed a feedback form and circulated to all the stakeholders of this conference, paper presenter as well as session chairs. Just we have also requested to, and I am happy to see that more than 125 participants are attending this valedictory session. Although this the conference schedule was very exhaustive, and every time, in every keynote, we are requesting to all, so please attend, please attend. So still they are attending. So before taking their verbal feedback, we have also recorded feedback, and with your permission, I would like to share the recorded feedback. Yeah, please share the feedback result. So this yeah, just one by one, Shanky, come to the first slide. So these were the parameter like conference theme, submission and review, quality of review comments, because here with heavy heart we have rejected many papers. So generally authors expect that, and authors expect that conference are easygoing, so they send their paper with lot of expectation, and some PhD scholars, and some means they have their own requirement also. But because of the publication constraints from publisher, as I have mentioned, publisher is Springer, and the full proceedings will publish by the lecture notes in electrical engineering. So there are some constraints from their side also. They categorically asked to conduct the rigorous peer review process and keep acceptance rate as low as possible. And but no, in any case, it should not be more than 40%. So we have kept around it 30%. So many papers were rejected. So we have also asked the quality of review comments, what comments they have received, whether authors are satisfied these comments or not. So these parameters, please come to the next slide. Information and content of the conference website, because for virtual conference, the different kind of issues are faced by the organizer as well as the participants. So website plays a significant role, work as a primary interface between the organizer institute. So it should not be unpleasant experience with participant. So the information and content of conference website was one parameter, and the feedback is in front of you, sir. Quality of sessions organization, because not only the passive evaluation, but active evaluation during the presentation. So I would like to mention here, sir, we have allotted 1 hour for each session, and during this 1 hour, 5 papers were proposed to be presented. But in every session, it was because we have planned in such a way that there should be no cascading effect of delay of one session to another session. And for that, we are using the 5 different IDs, presentation IDs. So each session was although assigned for 1 hour, but it lasted for 1.5 hours, or even for 2 hours. So quality of session organization, overall session coordination. So for overall session coordination, there was session chair, track coordinator, and a special coordinator from the conference organizing committee. And these coordinators were our research scholars. And I'm proud to mention that they did their job very well in with high professional standard. And I received feedback from all the participants that your scholar are doing a wonderful job coordinating these sessions in very beautiful. So this was the overall session coordinator, and credit goes to our team, research scholar teams. Next, quality of papers. So quality of presentations, relevance of keynote sessions with conference theme, and overall conference experience. So total 123 responses we have received. No. This is for would you interested participate in any event organized by the same committee in future? So I think 93.5% have shown their interest to participate in future, because we are afraid that the rejection rate is very, and I really regret for those who have submitted paper with the hope, but unfortunately I have also conveyed them because I am bound to the rules, regulation and the standard of this conference. So it was compulsory to keep the acceptance rate as low as possible. Yes, next slide, please. Please rate the conference program. So here 61% gave 10 out of 10 and 30%. So here this is also overall response is also satisfactory in my opinion, and now it's up to you. These are the comments. Yes, comments were received. This is basically a summary of comments. Yes, please, one by one. Shanky, come to the previous slide. Yes. Next. Next.
Sir, this one.
Yes.
Yes, sir, this is the last one.
Yes. So whatever we are presenting, this is as it is, sir. What we have received from the stakeholders, we are presenting before you and before participants. Many participants are available here. So I would also request, if you will permit, I would request some of them to share their overall experience about the organization of this conference. Yes, next. Anything is left, Shanky?
No, sir.
Okay,
As of
thank
now,
you.
written is this much.
Okay, thank you.
So, sir, shall we move to vote of thanks or verbal?
Yeah, I would, sir, some authors, session chairs, and reviewers, TPC members are present. If you would like to permit, can we have some verbal feedbacks randomly?
Yeah, it's always better. 1, 2, 3 feedbacks we can take.
Okay.
Someone is interested to tell us about their experiences. That will be learning for us as well.
Yes, thank you, sir. So can you stop sharing presentation, Shanky?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, as I don't know, but many of authors, session chairs, and technical program committee members, some keynote speakers, if yeah, Professor Garg is also joined. So, sir, I would like to take your opinion, because you supported a lot in this conference, in organization. You guided us in every step. So, would you like to share your view, sir?
Well, sure. It's a brilliant conference. Obviously, the success of conference depends on how many papers, quality papers it can attract, and how many papers are finally accepted. So we can see acceptance ratio being extremely low is reflecting its quality. And yes, this is I think second conference I'm seeing where we have received and accepted so many number of papers. It is always a challenge to attract participants, being so many conferences organized these days. But yes, this has been obviously a benchmark. So next time you might expect even a better conference.
Sure, sure, sir.
So my heartiest congratulations to all the organizers and participants to be part of such a brilliant conference, and all the very best.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. One author from Bangladesh, Prof. Muhammad Hassan Iman Bijoy. Would you like to share your view, Muhammad Hassan Iman Bijoy? Hello. Yeah, anybody else?
Yeah, myself, Ramchandra Gurjar from SGST Indore. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. So, sir, I joined this MISP 2020 as a session chair. And the good thing about this session was that very few papers have been given us to evaluate. So only the 5 papers were given. And that's why the better quality are we have very much comfortable with the evaluation. And that's why it is quite good for us and for the MISP organizer. So I congratulate MISP organizer that they have maintained the transparency while judging the paper also. So congratulations to all the MISP 2020 team members. Thank you.
Yeah, one or two more feedbacks we can take. Anybody?
Can you hear me, sir? Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please, Dr. KB Ramesh. Yes,
yeah,
please.
Good evening. Good evening, all of you. I'm Dr. KB Ramesh, professor in RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. It's my privilege to speak a few words on this occasion. This is my second conference. Whenever a conference happens like this, it comes to my mind the great challenges involved from the point of organizing committee. It's not easy to organize this kind of a conference in the global scenario. So I have seen personally, what I say, full credit goes to Dr. Dilip Singh Sisodia sir and his team, the way things are organized from the day one. It's not easy to start a conference like this from the scratch to the successful completion. So my sincere thanks to Dr. Dilip Singh Sisodia, and also congratulations. And as we know, we're all in the teaching profession. A teaching profession is nothing but it's a learning process. Now we have to update always our skills, the knowledge. We have to update all the time. And at the same time, we have to disseminate the knowledge to the students. The students could be undergraduate or postgraduate or research scholars. So in this direction, what I observed, this conference was a wonderful platform to discuss many things in the advanced, especially for research scholars in the domain of machine intelligence and signal processing. So we got many things, including keynote speakers from the day one. I remember from Professor Wang, Professor Ramvilas Pachori sir, Professor Lalitgar, Dr. Yogesh Neni, and even Kamya Khater. Even she told about how to prepare a quality paper. It was a good learning experience, for both research scholars as well as even research supervisors. So it was a fantastic environment, a lot of discussion, a lot of new things. So we gained, and it was a totally, I say, very good atmosphere, very good interaction.
Thank you.
I should say many congratulations to Dr. Dilip Singh Sisodia sir. What I observed, he's a master of organizing skills. That is what I observed. The way he organized from the day one, fantastic, everything. And even Professor Ravani said, the way it happened, even in the virtual mode, everything is well organized. There was no glitches.
Actually,
fantastic. It was
yeah,
a
yeah,
fantastic.
I got your point, Professor KB Ramesh. The credit goes to our team who actually implementing this idea. Okay.
And I should say, thanks, my sincere thanks to you, sir, for giving me an opportunity as a session chair as well as a paper reviewer.
Thank you.
The kind of papers we got, there was a quality, and we tried our best, to get to scrutinize the best out of it. So once again, thanks, my sincere thanks to all of you, and congratulations. Thank you.
Some authors presented their paper from Nigeria. Would you like to share your feedback? Hello. Yeah, I would like to ask categorically from those who are attending this session from out of India, like I can see some are from Bangladesh, some are from Nigeria. So if you'd like to share without hesitation, you can share your frank opinion. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please.
From Nigeria.
Yeah.
I just want to say everything about the conference was a very organized one. And from the beginning of the paper submission to the time of the PowerPoint presentation, the selection process and everything, it was an organized one, and it was a very good one, at least compared to we Nigerians that are still coming up. So it's a learning process we are really learning from conference like this. And also the presentation part, the paper presentation part was organized. It was a lovely one and an impactful one. I've really learned a lot during this conference. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome. Can we take one?
Can I please say something?
Yeah.
Respected senior teachers and organizing committee, I just want to convey my sincere thanks to all of you for making me a part of such a wonderful academic deliberation. It was indeed a pleasure, and it was really refreshing to see what actually goes behind with the technologies and the software applications, the AI applications, which are helping us healthcare personnel, the doctors and the paramedics to take care of our patients in our day-to-day life. So sincere thanks to all of you, and I hope I shall keep learning. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was really a nice event. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yogesh. Yeah, Dr. Yogesh was one of the keynote speaker. He's MD from AIIMS Raipur and Zonal Officer in Food Corporation of India.
Can I go next?
Yes.
Hi, this is Shweta. I am also an alumni of NIT Raipur. So it was a great moment of pride and joy to be a part of this conference. I'm currently teaching in University of Richmond, Virginia. And thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to participate from here. And it really gives a lot of joy to see our institute flourishing. And I'm also an alumni from CSE. So I really felt so happy to be a part of it. The conference was very well organized and very well coordinated, and the quality of papers were great. And I truly enjoyed being a part of it. And congratulations once again to all the participants and organizing committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. You are part of this department still, and you are always welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? So, yeah, it's not, this session is not organized for listening the pray for our praising. If you have some critique, some observation, which we can improve in future, because as I already mentioned that there is always possibility of improvement, especially in this such type of organization. We have learned although so many things, we have noted down all these points, but still if we'll receive from your end, then it will be a better for future improvement. Yeah. Okay.
Sir, shall we move forward?
Yes, please.
Okay. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Every celebration is an experience. The external fades away and the internal lingers and echoes in the most depth of our hearts. We are reminded that events like this one are milestones on the journey of life and reminders of God's fidelity all through. After all, it's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. On this note, we come to the close of our valedictory ceremony, and now I invite Dr. Veena Anand, Organizing Secretary of MISP 2022, to propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Shanky. Good evening, Honorable Chief Guest, Professor A. Rani, sir, respected guest of honor, P.K. Sinha, sir, esteemed dean, and the most valued invited guest, everyone present here. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all those who have contributed in one way or another to make this conference MISP 2022 a success. A special thanks to our respected and most distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sinha, sir, who is the founding Vice Chancellor and the Director of International Institute of Information Technology. Thank you, sir, for your kind word and motivation today. And now, respected A.M. Ramani, sir, you are being the driving force behind organizing all these programs, and we are very grateful to you, sir, for your encouragement, motivation, and your support. I heartily thanks to Professor Shirish Verma, Sir, Dean Academic, NIT Raipur, for gracing this event. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Prabhat Diwan, Sir, Dean RNC, NIT Raipur, for understanding and allowing us to conduct this conference. I may like to express my sincere thanks to our inaugural guest of honor, Dr. Deepak B. Pathak, Sir, eminent educational visionary, Chairman and Board of Governor of IIT Indore, for his valuable time during the inaugural ceremony of the conference. I sincerely thank the member of Advisory Committee, Honorary Chair, Professor Rajkumar Bhuiya, Sir, Director, Clouds, Professor, University of Melbourne, Professor and Honorable Professor P.K. Sinha, Sir, Vice Chancellor and Director, IIIT Naya Raipur, Professor Sheng Lung Peng, Professor, National Taipei University, Business, Taiwan. We are fortunate to have such a keynote speaker for the conference for their valuable suggestion, and some eminent person from the academia working in the area of machine intelligence and signal processing. I convey deep regard and sincere thanks to all the distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Hui Wang, Queen's University, Belfast, UK, Professor Ramvilas Pachauri, Sir, Indian Institute of Technology, Indore, Professor Lalit Gar, Faculty of Information Communication and Technology, University of Malta, Dr. Yogesh Nene, Regional Medical Officer, FCI, Ms. Kamya Khattar, Editor, Applied Science and Engineering, Springer Nature, for their very informative and interesting talk. I'm sure that the participants have benefited from their keynote addresses. I take this opportunity to thank all the technical program committee members, reviewers, providing their valuable comments in time and help towards the improvement of the quality of papers selected for the conference. Also, I thank the session chair for making the session very informative, interesting, and lively. The words are not enough to thank the constant support to shape this conference. I acknowledge the contribution of our PhD student volunteers, Ricky Ramjagat, Saurabh Agrawal, Surendra, Rahul Srivastav, Shanky Garg, Sunil, Aarti and Ragi, Kavita Jaiswal, Venkatesh Gauri Shankar, Deepti Shishodia, Mitesh, and MTech scholar Devesh Surya for ensuring the smooth functioning of the conference. I would like to thank our staff for their assistance, acknowledge their support rendered by them. Further, we are grateful to our head of department, Dilip Singh Shishodia, sir, who is also the chairperson of this conference, for his constant guidance. I extend my thanks to the secretary, Dr. Pradeep Singh, sir, and Deepak Singh for his smooth conduction of the event. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Londe, sir, and Dr. R.N. Patel for the smooth conduction of this event. I am thankful to all participants, all the distinguished participants from the academia, industry, or government organization across the globe for their scientific contributing in the conference. I also extend my thanks for the media for the excellent coverage of the event. I cannot thank everyone for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of this task. Our chief guest, director, sir, deans, And everyone present here, once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to everyone who has contributed in running this conference, MISP 2022. We are thank you for being with us in this evening. It has been a great pleasure, sir. And thank you very much to one and all.
Now I'd like to request a group photo with your kind permission. Can we have a group photo, sir, as a memory? So all participants may, now you can switch on your camera so we can have a group photo. Deepak, who's taking? You will take?
Yes, sir, I'll take.
Yeah, please do it quickly. Yeah, Alexander. Hello, are you hearing me? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Please, all are requested to switch on your camera. Yes. Dr. KB Ramesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
please switch on your camera. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Done?
Done, sir.
All frames, 1, 2, 3. First, second, and third.
Done, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your precious time. And on behalf of organizing committee, it would not make to promise, but I can assure you in future also we'll try to organize, and especially we are exploring the possibility in collaboration with IIIT, so we can organize a mega event. If resources of IIIT, NIT and IIT, if we can synchronize, so IIIT, as sir is mentioned, that IIIT and NIT is like the feeling is like both institute belongs to each other. So I'm in touch with IIIT faculty members, and we are exploring the possibility of including IIT Bhilai also. So
Yeah,
it can
that
be
would be
a unique sort of mega event. So we are working on that, and if it will be materialized, then we will approach to you, sir, for your permission. Thank you very much, sir. Sinha sir, thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Sinha, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Lalit sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pankaj sir,
And it's my
all
pleasure
other
to be
sessions.
part of this.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Throughout this event, we constantly receive your support, and yeah, many other session chairs and all who have supported us. So thank you, everybody. And those who have joined, especially from out of India, I'm very much thankful to you. So I don't know what time is there, but thank you very much. We are looking forward. Definitely will organize such type of event in future also, and we will remember you. Thank you very much, Pankaj sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dilip sir. Thank you for your giving me this opportunity. So
Yeah,
we will see next MISP, I think.
Yes, you're always welcome,
Thank
Dr. KB Ramesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all those, if I forget to mention, because some names are in one frame, some on another. So all participants and session chairs. Thank you everybody. Okay.